Hello, my name is Elizabeth Blake. I am honored to have a special connection with both the Lifetime Achievement recipient, my grandmother Joan Kline, and to the Multicultural Alliance. With the encouragement of my grandmother, I attended Camp Community in 2003 and later as a camp counselor in 2008. Standing here 14 years later, I can truly say that my experience at Camp Community has shaped my worldview, my career of choice, and community engagement. I recently helped organize the Rotary Hands-on Peace Conference, where Multicultural Alliance coordinated and facilitated an interfaith panel. My grandmother and I attended the session where panelists and community members discussed avenues to achieve interfaith peace. I did not truly understand my grandmother's passion for MCA's mission until I attended Camp Community, and it was reaffirmed as I participated in the interfaith peace discussion. My grandmother has worked tirelessly for years to build a safe and inclusive Fort Worth community. To her, community is not just her family or the people she interacts with every day. Her community is everyone. Because community and inclusion are so important to my grandmother, she made it her life's work. Her civic engagement began full force around the same time she was rearing children, and her efforts have benefited broad constituencies and institutions within the many communities in our city for over 6 decades. My grandmother has always attributed her success to her late husband and our gramps, Arthur Francis Kline. A fond story that she loves to tell is when Gramps would say calmly at the breakfast table, "So what are we boycotting today, Joan?" We love him dearly, and we miss him so much. Joan Kline has served twice on the board of directors of the Multicultural Alliance and continues to hold MCA's mission very close to her heart. It is my great privilege to introduce my grandmother, Joan Kline, to the podium to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award this year.
Is this where everyone can hear me? I never know how to adjust it, you know. Like everything else, my voice is failing. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. And I'm so happy to be here sharing this occasion with my family and friends and all who have been so generous and courageous to share their faith traditions, spiritual journeys, and cultures. The Multicultural Alliance has been very important in my life, and I have received far more than I have given. At Cheryl's request, I'm sharing a very personal story, and if it gets tedious, we'll blame Cheryl. In 1994, I was diagnosed with colon cancer. And then, and following surgery, I was prescribed a year's regime of chemo. After a few weeks of treatment, my children gave my husband and me a luxury weekend to Bishop's Lodge in Santa Fe, New Mexico. We arrived there on Thursday evening, and Friday morning, I was in the emergency room. I had an allergic reaction to chemo. It was 30 days before I could be released for travel, and I was told I was no longer a candidate for chemo. I began my year-long recovery program, which included from withdrawing from all service and work commitments. MCA was a board meeting I continued to attend. I told my husband I was unable to contribute, but just walking into a room filled with community leaders whose purpose was to promote inclusion and diversity was healing for me. As you can see, it worked. I'm still here. Thank you, MCA, for providing a safe space and an environment for us to come together and share and embrace our differences. To receive this Lifetime Achievement Award is both overwhelming and thrilling. And I feel like, we really want to applaud MCA and our city for making this possible. Thank you so much. I didn't know I was getting something else too. This is for you, Evie. Thank you.